I've mentioned the Golden Terrace or Huang audio drama in a couple of videos, but I want to talk about it a little more because there's actually more than one audio drama adaptation of this web novel. Even if you don't understand Mandarin, I think these are still worth listening to if you're a Golden Terrace fan. As we'll see later, sometimes it's not what's being said, but how it's being said by the voice actors that'll give you an idea of what's going on. In this video, I'll talk about the three adaptations that I like best, and I'll leave links to all three in the description. The first Wang Jintai adaptation on my list is probably the best known one. It was produced by Higacha staff. Yan Xiaohan is voiced by Jia Xu, and Fu Shen is voiced by Ya Zejun.
嗯，干什么？我想亲你，就现在，等不及了。你自己睁眼看看，合适吗？你自己说过的，我要什么你给什么。我要亲你。
It's 12 episodes long, but the last three episodes are split into two parts each, so actually it's 15 episodes. And each episode has a different ending theme. That is just impressive. The very last episode, as far as I can tell, covers all the extra chapters that are also in the Peach Flower House edition, except for the extra stories about Fu Tingxin and the one where Yan Xiaohan and Fu Shen arrest a drug lord. Also, there is a short extra episode entitled Wa Jiao, which refers to the flower festival when Fu Shen and Yan Xiaohan got married. This extra is not in the Peach Flower House translation, so it might be an audio drama exclusive, but please don't quote me on that. There's also a New Year's greeting, which has a cameo appearance by the novel's author,蒼梧賓白. The thing that confuses me most is that this audio drama is marked incomplete, but it seems to have the most content that's based on the novel, as you'll see when I talk about the two other audio dramas. I'd also describe this adaptation as using a lot of artistic license because some of the dialogue is used out of sequence, usually as flashbacks. When I was listening to it, I did have a few moments where I noticed that some scenes were missing and I got upset early, only to hear the missing dialogue in a later episode. If I had to nitpick, I wish they didn't speedrun the very first part of the novel, especially the tea house scene. I'll bring this up again when I talk about the second version of the audio drama that's on my list. On a positive note, the production team is very creative and extended a few scenes from the novel. My favorite has to be this extended scene of YanFu visiting their in laws.
景月，你看他，他抓住我的手了。哎呦，看来他是喜欢你呢。也是，咱们家这么一个大美人儿，谁见了都喜欢。嗯。
My second recommendation was produced by CV Guijin Chen-fan. Yan Xiaohan is voiced by Xu Diandong. Fu Shen is voiced by Holy Knight, who is quite a prolific audio drama voice actor. The audio drama has 8 episodes and one very beautiful ending theme. Its status is shown as complete, but do note that it only covers the main story and none of the extra chapters, which is why I said earlier that the Pigacha staff version being incomplete confused me. If you prefer to not hear Yan Xiaohan and Fu Shen sound like they're flirting every other minute, then I recommend this version. The line delivery is a little more restrained, but the characters' personalities still shine through.
北地很冷，你自己好好保重身体，别让我担心啊。
心与君同。
Speaking of restrained, this specific adaptation really pared down the novel, and a lot of scenes were cut out, such as the part where Fu Shen catches Yan Xiaohan going to a brothel. But it does manage to retain the main story beats, and the audio drama is still, overall, coherent. it did keep a couple of scenes that the Pigacha version did not. For example, it has the tea house scene at the early part of the novel. I'm glad they kept it because I feel that it's important to establish the common folks' view of the Marquis of Jinming, and also establishes that they would not find it unusual if Fuxian married a man.
大丈夫何患无妻？靖宁侯这等英雄好汉，想要什么样的女人没有？
对，倘若她爱男色，也有诸多好男儿等着嫁给她。
Another modified scene which I'm very happy that they kept is when Yan Xiaohan invites Fuxian to a restaurant because that scene set up what happens next really well.
哦，对了，这是给你的礼物，
什么？
打开看看。
紫檀角弓？
The third adaptation I wanted to mention was made by the Yuyan team. Yan Xiaohan is voiced by Xiang Tong and Fu Shen is voiced by Jiang Shang. Sadly, it is incomplete, with only 2 episodes, and stops at the wedding scene. But I think it's still worth checking out because of the interesting voice direction. This audio drama's Yan Xiaohan sounds mostly calm, almost neutral, which will sound strange at first if you've listened to the other audio drama versions where he sounds bossy, even occasionally haughty. But since he is a political figure, it's actually not out of character for him to speak in a cool, calm manner. So I think that's an interesting take.
陛下挂念侯爷的伤势，听说侯爷已经回京，特命我带太医来为侯爷诊脉。侯爷别为难我呀。
And in contrast, Fu Shen sounds very strong and commanding in this audio drama, not Sajao at all, which also suits his character because he is a military general, so he's used to ordering people around.
我没事，已由北燕军医诊治过了，请陛下的老人家放心吧。
So those are my 3 favorite Golden Terrace audio dramas. I think the fact that there are multiple adaptations is a testament to how well known and loved this relatively short web novel is. The Yu Yan team even had the sense of humor to make an Easter egg episode when fans demanded to hear Fu Shen say one of his iconic lines. As I'm writing this, all 3 are free to listen to on the Mauer FM platform. To be honest, sometimes it feels like a crime that I'm listening to all this content for free because it takes time and resources to make an audio drama. The cast had to practice until they got their lines right.
那位军医，我等今日前来，就是为了让陛下。哎呀妈呀！
Someone had to make all the artwork for the audio player. Oh my god, these are gorgeous. And look at that detail. And someone had to make the sound effect for the wild boar attack.
Okay.
If you're an avid Golden Terrace fan, I recommend playing the audio drama in the background for a more immersive reading experience, whether you're reading the Peach Flower House English edition or the Seven Seas English edition, which is coming out in June 2026 with all new cover art and a new translation. Not sponsored, just a fan.